my dear students, welcome to my class. I hope you all are safe and doing good. So today I will be discussing about traveling, that is your 9th chapter. So traveling, all love to travel. I love to travel, you love to travel, people love to travel. Yes, of course, all love to travel. Traveling means from moving one place to another, that is said to be a travel. Okay. So here we will discuss about the traveling. What are the means of transport through which we travel? If we want to go very near, very close, we walk, right? Don't you walk and go to the shop? If I want to go and buy something, I don't use any vehicles to go there. If the shop is very near to my home, I go by walking itself. Okay, I walk and go like simply. Okay, so that is a travel. For a short distance travel. Okay, so to a close distance we walk. We don't use many vehicles. Okay, for a far distance, for a long distance we use vehicles. There are different means of vehicles are there. There are you can say a bus, then that is a bus, train, aeroplane, helicopter, bullock carts, then ship, bicycle, auto, rickshaw, scooter, tractor, all these things are transport. All these things are different means of transport. So transport can carry both people and goods. It is not like transport carries only people to move from one place to another. It is not like that. Goods also has been also carried by the transport to move from one place to another. Goods can be transported from one place to another. The kind of transport we choose to travel will depend on the distance to be travelled, the money we can spend and the time available. Yes. So the different types, so I already told you there are different types of transports are there. We choose a particular transport according to money. Okay, according to money we have to spend, according to the distance. First according to the distance, second comes money, and the third comes time availability. Okay. So according to our necessity, we choose a transport. Okay, all the transport cannot run everywhere. Example, land transport cannot run on the air. Okay, so different types of transport for different purposes we use. For a short distance transport, you can say if it is a very short distance, we can walk and go, and if it is quite longer, we can use bicycle, and if it is quite far away, if you have to go far away, we can use bus, and more far away, the most far away, if you want to go more and more far, then you can use like air transport, you can use aeroplane. Okay, or you can use train. Okay, so different transport have their different purposes and different uses. Already I told you, transport not only carries people, they also carry goods from one place to another. We get many vegetables, we get many things, grocery things. How we get? It has been transported through these vehicles only. Okay, they will not come by walk, as we have our legs to walk and go from one place to another. Goods doesn't have that one. Okay, so they have to be transported through the vehicles. So now first I will be discussing about the land transport. What is land transport? The vehicles which move on the land. Okay, so that are said to be a land transport. Can you see the examples of land transport? Yes, of course you can say. You know very well. Whenever you go out of the home, you find lots of transports are there. Have you seen? Lots of transport like bus is a land transport, every day you see. Okay, so bicycle, then scooter, then train, then bullock carts, all these things are land transport. The transport which move on the land are said to be a land transport. Land transport is most common means of transport. It is a very commonly used, commonly used transport for the peoples and goods to carry from one place to another. We move on towards the air transport. Okay, air transport, some means of transport move in the air only, like aeroplane and helicopter are means of air transport. So aeroplane, you have seen the aeroplane and helicopters. These are all the air transport, move on the air, not on the land, okay. They move on the air, okay. Aeroplanes take off from airport, like train you will find that stations, okay. Bus have a bus stations. The same way aeroplanes move from where? Airport, okay. So air travel expensive but very fast compared to the land transport. Compared to the land transport, air transport is very fast, and air transport mostly used for long distances, okay, not for the short distance, okay, not for the 5-6 kilometers, okay. 5-6 kilometers we can go the bus or bicycle, go to the bike or bus, okay, so that you can use, okay. But for a long distance we use what? Air transport, and that is quite expensive compared with the land transport. Our country has a large network of airways. Big cities have airports. Rockets are used for space explorations. You have heard about the name of the rockets. It is used for the space explorations, okay. So now, water transport. The means of transport move on water only. The means of transport which move on land is said to be a land transport. The means of transport which move on the air is said to be a what? Air transport, and the transport which move only on the water is said to be a water transport. The examples of water transport is like ship, steamer, then boat. All are the examples of water transport. Water travel is slow as compared to land and air travel. Ships are used to transport huge quantities of goods to other countries. So, water transport is very slow if you compare with the land transport and the air transport. Air transport is faster than the land transport, and water transport is slower than the land transport and the air transport. It is quite slow. It is used to carry goods, to transport all the goods from one country to another country, okay. And another means of transport is animal transport. Nowadays you don't find much, okay, you find, but not in everyday life you cannot see the animal transport. Ancient days, okay, when the technologies are not developed this much. Nowadays because of the technology we have lots of transport, lots of vehicles, all these things, aeroplanes, all these things, but ancient days they don't had all these things, okay. So they used to travel with the animal transport. Animal transport, you can say the name of the animal transport is like bullock carts, okay. So cart is an open vehicle with 2 or 4 wheels which is carried by the animals, okay. Animal carries these vehicles, okay. So move from one place to another. Then you can say ponies. Animals are used for carrying people, for carrying goods in the olden days, okay. Nowadays you find, but very rare in the hilly stations, in the hilly areas you find, okay. This kind of transport are mostly used in the hilly areas nowadays. Very rarely you find it. So camels are also said to be a ship of the desert. In the desert places you find a camel. You find camels, okay. They carry goods or they carry people to move from one place to another place. So here ends the discussion. If you have any doubt, any queries regarding this chapter, so please comment on the comment box. I will surely clarify it. Thank you.